Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to discuss about leadership. Leadership is the most important thing right now, especially in COVID-19 period. The more we can show our leaderships, our sustainability, and situational leadership, which will give us a more result. So I have to be, and we have to be very much focused on that particular area. Personal versus the suitable leadership. In these sessions, we're gonna discuss about individual characteristics and situational leadership, leaders and following, distributed leadership, team processes, transformation leadership, Don Davis or Bill Hanson's leadership developing planning, leadership ethics, leadership in action. In that particular issue, personal leadership development plan, we can focus on reflection on what leadership means to you personally, assessment of your leadership strength and development needs, identification of where your passion lies and the legacy you would like to leave behind from your time in LGO. Begin to formulate a project or plan that will help you achieve your personal goals and objectives. Team reflections paper, analyze and evaluate your team performance and midsummer peer team feedback. Today's agenda: trade-based versus suitable leadership debate. So what we can discuss on that particular part, what are the personal characteristics or value that made each of these individuals a leaders? What are the situational characteristics that develop them into leaders? Debate position: the personal characteristics or value are what develop X into a leader. The situational characteristic develop X into a leaders. So in that particular situations, what we can understand, we can understand some observations on personal characteristics: no signal gender, race, background, etc., privilege and not, but perhaps some deeper commitments, deep convictions and clear sense of performance values, learning, determination, perseverance in the face of high odds. Some observation on situational factors: different situation, different approaches. Crisis is the common opportunity, adversity and failure are laboratories for learning. Leadership journals: behavior of the good and bad leaders you encounters, reflection on your own leaders' actions, target progress towards your leadership development plan. And we have to go for the speaker, programs, company visit, leadership seminars. So in that situation, what we can do, what do follow export of their leaders, what do leader expect on their followers? The more discipline you have, the more freedom you have. There is a common understanding that does not have to be explained, not the sole authority. It is more of a give and take, finding the right time to say the right things. No passengers, no place to hide. Tomorrow always feel like you're planning. The eyes of the orchestra are always on the person who has the tune, who is the leaders at the moment. So if we focus on the distribute leaderships, there are two cases at Gregors and photovoltaic breakthroughs. These are the way we can understand the leaderships in an effective way. And if we can focus this leadership in an effective way, that time we can move and go with some effective result, and which will help us to grow our economy in an effective way. Beside that, we're gonna discuss about team processing, because in the leadership way, team processing is very much important. If we can focus on our team processing in an effective way, that times we can make a very good impact, and which will help us our economy in an professional way. Goal: understand critical generic team processing, practical analysis a team using this concept, encourage use of this concept in your teams, analyze team processing of a jury. Generic process: communication, influence, task function, maintenance function, decision making, conflict management, emotional environment and atmospheres is very important. Who are the most frequent communicator? What is the effect of the communication? Who is the least frequent communicator? What is the effect of their lack of participation? Are they shift in participations or communication? What caused this? Who talk to whom? Who responds to whom? Who trigger whom? How are silent and noisy member handles? from that particular point we actually can ask questions, and from the asking we can figure out the deeper and deeper understanding about leadership, understanding about team bondings, understanding about resilience, understanding about core approach which will help our economy in an effective way. Influence: how does the formal leader exert influence? How strongly does he or she influence the group? Who has the most impact on the group actions and decisions? Whose ideas are ignored? What is the result? What influence tactics are group member using? Rational persuasions, consultation, personal appeals, coalition tactics, legitimating tactics, inspirational appeal, ingratiating, enhance or reciprocity, pressure, intimidations. In this rivalry in the group, what effect does it cause? Task function: organizing to get the task accomplished, initiating, seeking information, providing information and opinion, clarifying, elaborating, summarizing, consensus tasking. So there are many informative and activities that will help us to grow our economy in an effective way. That is help us to make a effective and persuasive result. That makes to organize our things in a professional way. So if we go with this question, the do group member make suggestion as to best way to proceed? Who does so? How frequently? If we can understand that how our group members can take our suggestions, how they work, how they proceed, how they move the frequent, this is important. Do members give and ask for information, feeling or backup? How is the team kept on target? Do some member emerge as task leaders? Are all ideas give adequate discussions before evaluation begins? Does the group summarize what has been covered? Maintenance function: holding the group together so that its number can continue to get along, harmonizing, compromising, gatekeeping, and encouraging. We need to create a harmonizing formulations. We need to go for the formal compromising. We need to go for the gatekeeping and encouraging our teammates. Maintenance functions. So there are few questions we have. Are all members encouraged to enter into the discussion and made to feel part of the group? Are team members careful to reject idea and not people? In what way? Are conflict among members ignored or addressed in some way? Decision making is the most effective way. Decision making is the most perfect and effective way in the professional world. The more we can take a decision making process, we can go in an effective way and we can take the necessary initiative. Let's say, does the group follow the four key steps in decision making? If we have these questions and you have this question answer, then we have to move: identify the problem, analyze the problem, proposing and evaluating solution, implementing decision. And if we can do this in an effective way, then we have to move to the next level. What is these things? Does one person make the decision for everyone? If we can understand that one person make the decision for everyone, how many people actively participate in decision making? Then our question is that does the team vote or lead majority rules? Does the team strive for consensus? Does the team encourage minority opinions? These are the most important factors. Then there are a lot of things we have to handle. This is conflict. Conflict can make our things in an effective way. Conflict can help to grow our economy. Conflict can manage our things in a professional way. So there are some things we need to, there are some agree, there are some disagreement, there are some positive things, there are some negative things, there are some impactful things. So in that situation, how often do members disagree about the work to be done? To what extent are three arguments about how to do the task? To what extent do people in the group take argument personally? How often do members get angry with one another? How is the handle by the group? Are conflict resolved or simplicity birds? So in this atmospheres and emotional environment, we have to understand that environment is very important. Environment actually helps to grow our economy. Environment actually helps to grow our sustainabilities. Environment actually help in many ways. So would you characterize the environment as supportive, empathy, equality, spontaneity, problem orientations? Beside that, defensive, evaluation, judging, control, stragma, or games, superiority, dogmatism. There are many things we have to handle. So our next question is that, are people friendly and open or very formal with each other? Are people involved and interested? Is there any atmosphere of work, play, or competitions? If we can find out these things, then we can understand about the atmosphere and environment. Because in the atmosphere and environment, it make a more effective things. It makes our health, makes our professions, it makes our environment many efficient way. Is there an attempt to avoid unpleasant of the ignoring those issues? Are member graphic with emotional issues? Is there evidence of distributive behavior and including fighting and controlling, withdrawing, dependency, or counter dependency? If we can see, there is a exhibition like ad mans with glasses, watchmaker with matches, garage owner with a cold, the old man's, architects, salesman based fall, the foreman assistant coach, bank tellers, owner of the messengers, stockbroker, man from slums, house painters in white sheet. There are many things actually happening around us, and we need to be very much careful about leadership. We need to be careful about our organizational harmony, organizational environment, organizational gatekeeping, encouraging teamwork. We have to build our ecosystems with different kind of intellectual activities. We need to go for the critical analysis. We need to go for different kind of breakthroughs, and which will help us to grow our economy. So in the COVID-19 situations, actually, great work is very important, great activities is very much important, great initiative also important, and beside that, we need to handle our team in an effective way. So great leadership, great initiative, great compromise, always helpful. So I always request, if you have a good questions, please ask me in World Talent Economy Forum as well as School of Talent Economy, and we will solve your things in a professional way. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can ask me.